Rory McIlroy was a central figure at Bethpage Black last week, not just as Europe's top player and a recent major winner, but as the primary target of relentless heckling from American fans. He and his wife, Erica, endured constant, sometimes vulgar, taunts throughout the Ryder Cup. At times, McIlroy had to pause shots, rely on security, or respond directly to the hecklers. It made for some tense and ugly moments on the course. After Europe held off the Americans' Sunday charge to win the Ryder Cup, McIlroy addressed the fan behavior. "I think golf should be held to a higher standard than what was seen out there this week," he said. "Golf teaches etiquette, respect, and life lessons. It was a rough week, but we tried to handle everything with class and poise. I chirped back a few times because it got to me, but for the most part, I felt like we did that." Not everyone agreed with McIlroy's response. Former U.S. Ryder Cup captain Paul Azinger, who led the Americans to victory at Valhalla in 2008, spoke on GOLF Subpar podcast after the event. He praised McIlroy for rallying his team and taking pressure off his teammates, noting how McIlroy's leadership helped Europe arrive relaxed and focused. "But now I want to take a shot at Rory, who I love," Azinger said. He pointed to what he saw as a contradiction in McIlroy's actions versus his statements on decorum. Azinger recalled a moment when McIlroy celebrated a successful putt by loudly telling a heckler to "shut the F up," adding later, "It felt pretty FNG good." Azinger questioned, "Which is it, Rory? Should golf be held to a higher standard, or is it acceptable to curse at the fans? You can't do both." He acknowledged McIlroy's loyalty to the PGA Tour and his decision to turn down LIV Golf, but he challenged the mixed message about sportsmanship. Azinger also pointed to the crowd's predictable intensity. "Didn't the PGA of America know what was going to happen? We all knew. This crowd could go crazy. If beers weren't $16 each, it could have been worse," he said. Europe dominated the first 2 days, building an 11.5 to 4.5 lead and needing just 2 points on Sunday to retain the cup. Viktor Hovland's withdrawal split a half point, but the Americans mounted a fight, and the final score was 15-13. It marked Europe's first win on U.S. soil in more than a decade. Reflecting on the weekend, Azinger called it a nail-biter, despite the initial European dominance. He noted that for a brief moment, it seemed like the Americans might mount a historic comeback, but Europe's strong early performance ultimately secured the victory.